Imagine this, you're heading up the stairs, like you've done countless times before. But today, something feels off, your legs are dragging, your knees ache, each step feels more like a mountain than a stair. You stop midway, take a breath, and wonder, what's going on with me? You've been doing what's right. Eating fresh fruits every day, because they're natural, full of vitamins, and supposed to be good for you. You stay active, whether it's a morning walk, a bit of stretching, or some gentle yoga, and yet, your legs feel weaker, your joints stiffer, and even getting up from a chair takes more effort than it used to. Is this just aging, or is there something else working against you, something hiding in plain sight? What if some of the fruits you've trusted for years, those bright, juicy, healthy snacks, are actually making things worse? Now, this isn't about fear, it's about understanding. Today, we're peeling back the layers on a surprising truth. Not all fruits are ideal for seniors, especially after 60. Some of the most common ones might be quietly contributing to leg pain, joint stiffness, and decreased mobility. But here's the good part. You don't need to give up fruit, you just need to know which ones to skip, which ones to enjoy, and how to make smart swaps to keep your legs strong and steady. So stick around. By the end of this video, you'll be empowered to make better choices that support your mobility, ease discomfort, and help you stay active. Let's start with a question that often gets overlooked. How does your body really change as you get older? It's not just gray hair or wrinkles. Your metabolism slows down, blood vessels become more fragile, and joints, they lose some of their natural cushioning and flexibility. That means the foods that once gave you energy and strength can sometimes backfire as you age. And while fruit is often called nature's perfect food, not all fruits are created equal, especially when it comes to inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and joint health. These issues don't show up overnight, they creep in gradually. One day it's a little stiffness, then a little swelling, and suddenly walking across the room feels like a chore. But with just a few smart tweaks, you can reverse a lot of that. Let's go through 7 fruits that seniors should be cautious with, and why they might be doing more harm than good. 1. Pineapple. Think about a juicy slice of pineapple, golden, tropical, and bursting with flavor. It's often praised for its anti-inflammatory enzyme, bromelain. Sounds like a win, right? Well, not exactly, especially for seniors. Pineapple is packed with natural sugars and acids, and as we age, our ability to handle sugar spikes becomes more limited. So when you eat pineapple, those sugars hit your bloodstream fast, triggering a sharp rise in blood sugar. That sudden spike puts stress on the tiny blood vessels that feed your legs and muscles. Over time, this can reduce oxygen flow, leading to swelling, fatigue, and that heavy, dragging sensation in your legs. Your knees might ache when you get up, your ankles might feel stiff after sitting, and if you have arthritis, the acids in pineapple can irritate already inflamed joints, kind of like pouring gasoline on a low flame. Even bromelain, which is often beneficial, can interact with medications like blood thinners, either weakening their effect or making them too strong. And the real danger, you probably won't notice the damage right away. It's silent, gradual, until one day, you realize you can't move quite like you used to. So, should you give up pineapple forever? Not necessarily. Just keep your portions small, and pair it with something that slows down sugar absorption, like a few almonds or walnuts. 2. Bananas. Next up, bananas. Soft, sweet, full of potassium. People love them for preventing muscle cramps. But here's the surprising twist. Bananas are high in quickly digesting carbs and natural sugars. For younger bodies, that quick sugar hit might not be a problem. But after 60, your metabolism isn't quite as efficient. That means bananas can spike your blood sugar, and over time, those spikes lead to inflammation, especially in areas where circulation is already poor, like your legs. You might feel a dull ache in your calves, stiffness when you climb stairs, or that sluggish, heavy leg feeling that's hard to shake. To make things worse, bananas can contribute to fluid retention, especially for folks with heart issues, causing swollen ankles or stiff joints. So ironically, the fruit you're eating to support your muscles might actually be working against them. Again, it doesn't happen overnight. You eat a banana a day, and weeks later, your legs hurt, and you don't connect the dots. If you're dealing with persistent swelling or fatigue in your legs, consider scaling back on bananas, or try switching to a half portion with protein. 3. Grapes. Let's move on to grapes. Those small, poppable, sweet little snacks that seem so innocent. But for seniors, grapes can be a hidden trigger for joint issues. Why? Because they're full of fructose, a type of sugar that's processed in the liver. Too much fructose gets converted into fat and uric acid. And uric acid, that's the stuff that builds up in your joints, especially in your toes, knees, and ankles, leading to pain, swelling, and stiffness. If you've ever woken up with a sudden, sharp pain in your big toe, or noticed that your calves feel tighter after snacking, grapes might be part of the issue. Fructose also contributes to low-grade inflammation, which can stiffen joints and slow down your movements. The problem with grapes is how easy they are to overeat. You grab a handful here, a handful there, and before long, you've eaten 2 cups. That's a sugar load your body might not be able to handle. If you're looking for a better snack, berries, like blueberries or blackberries, offer the same sweet pop, without the inflammatory sugar load. 4. Watermelon. Now let's talk watermelon. It's hydrating, light, and perfect for a summer day. But here's the problem. Watermelon has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any fruit. That means it spikes your blood sugar really fast. And for older adults, those sugar spikes don't just fade away, they trigger a release of insulin, and aging bodies often struggle to regulate that. The result? Inflammation. Particularly in the legs, where circulation is often weakest, after eating watermelon. You might feel tired calves, puffy ankles, or that sensation like climbing stairs is way harder than it should be, and because it's mostly water, it's easy to overeat. 1 slice becomes 3, and the sugar content adds up fast. Despite its reputation as a hydrating snack, watermelon can quietly chip away at your joint and muscle strength. If you're a fan, try reducing your portion and pairing it with a little protein. Or consider a switch to a lower sugar fruit that won't mess with your blood sugar as much. 5. Oranges. Next, let's talk about a fruit that almost everyone associates with good health. Oranges. Bright, juicy, full of vitamin C, it's no wonder they're a breakfast staple. But for seniors, oranges can bring more trouble than benefit, especially when it comes to joint pain. Here's why. Oranges are high in citric acid, which, while great for younger, more resilient bodies, can be harsh on aging joints. That acid gets into your system and can irritate already sensitive or inflamed tissues, particularly if you suffer from arthritis or chronic joint discomfort. It doesn't stop there. Oranges also pack natural sugars, which means they can cause your blood sugar to spike. And remember, high blood sugar is one of the primary drivers of inflammation in the body. So, what might that look like for you? Maybe your legs feel sore after a glass of orange juice in the morning. Maybe your knees feel stiff after sitting for a while, or your hips ache after a short walk. These aches and pains don't always connect in your mind to what you're eating. After all, it's orange juice. It's supposed to be healthy, right? But here's the truth. That daily dose of citrus might be adding to the inflammation that's making it harder to move freely. If you enjoy oranges, you don't have to quit them entirely. Try having them in smaller portions or opt for whole fruit over juice, since juice often delivers a concentrated sugar hit without the fiber to slow it down, and if you notice your joints feel better after cutting back, that's a win worth sticking with. 6. Green apples. Now let's move to a fruit that seems like the perfect healthy snack. Green apples. They're tart, crisp, lower in sugar than red apples, and often associated with weight management. So what's the issue? Green apples contain a compound called malic acid, which is responsible for that signature sour bite. And while malic acid has some benefits, it can also irritate both your digestive tract and your joints. Especially as you age, older adults often have more sensitive gut linings. So when you eat a green apple, that acid can trigger mild irritation in the gut, which in turn can create discomfort that radiates out, sometimes even to your legs, hips, or knees. Here's what some seniors report: a burning or tingling sensation in their feet after snacking, tightness in the calves after eating an apple before bed, morning stiffness in the joints. On top of that, while green apples are relatively low in sugar, they still contain enough natural sugar to spike blood glucose, especially if eaten alone. This spike can contribute to nighttime leg cramps, joint stiffness, and general fatigue. If you regularly eat green apples and you've been experiencing unexplained discomfort, try skipping them for a week or 2 and see if your legs feel lighter or less tight. It's all about how your body reacts, because everyone's different. 7. Mangoes. And now, let's talk about one of the sweetest, most beloved tropical fruits, mangoes. Soft, juicy, and almost like candy in texture, mangoes are often seen as a guilt-free indulgence. But for seniors, mangoes can be a sugar bomb. One medium mango contains around 45 grams of natural sugar. That's more sugar than a can of soda. And while it's natural sugar, it still causes a sharp spike in your blood glucose. That spike is immediately followed by a crash, and for aging bodies, those ups and downs can lead to systemic inflammation, burning sensations in the joints, tingling in the feet or legs, a general sense of fatigue or heaviness in the lower body. Mangoes also tend to worsen symptoms in people with nerve-related issues, like neuropathy. You may feel like your legs are unstable or that your balance isn't what it used to be, and mangoes might be playing a role in that. The worst part, mangoes are so easy to eat in excess. One slice turns into 3. Before you know it, you've overloaded your system with sugar. If you love mangoes, you don't have to cut them out completely. Just be intentional, stick to small servings, and avoid pairing them with other sugary foods, or consider swapping them for something gentler on your joints. Let's pivot to the good news. Now, before you start eyeing your fruit bowl with suspicion, let's shift the focus to what you can eat. Because there are fruits out there that don't just taste good, they actively support your leg strength, circulation, and joint health. Here are some of the best choices for seniors looking to stay active and pain-free. 1. Berries. Think blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. These little guys are low in sugar but packed with antioxidants that fight inflammation. They also help improve blood flow, reduce swelling, and ease joint stiffness. Adding a small handful of berries to your breakfast or as an afternoon snack can help you feel lighter on your feet and more mobile throughout the day. 2. Cherries, especially helpful for those dealing with gout or joint pain. Cherries are nature's anti-inflammatory. They work to lower uric acid levels, which means fewer flare-ups, less burning in your toes or knees, and more comfort overall. Even a small serving can bring noticeable relief. 3. Papaya. Papaya contains natural enzymes that aid digestion and reduce inflammation. It's easy on the stomach, gentle on the joints, and rich in vitamins that help maintain flexibility and strength. If you've been feeling sluggish or inflamed after heavier fruits, try incorporating papaya for a lighter, more soothing alternative. 4. Pears. Pears offer a touch of sweetness without sending your blood sugar soaring. They're particularly good when paired with protein or fiber, which helps keep energy steady and support circulation. If you like having fruit as a snack, a pear with a handful of seeds or a slice of cheese can be a smart, balanced option. The takeaway: let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Getting older doesn't mean surrendering to pain, stiffness, or decreased mobility. Yes, some fruits, like pineapple, bananas, grapes, watermelon, oranges, green apples, and mangoes, might not be ideal for your body right now. But that doesn't mean fruit is your enemy. It just means your body's needs have changed, and by tuning in, making thoughtful swaps and listening to your body, you can stay strong, mobile, and independent. Even small adjustments, like trading a banana for a handful of blueberries, can lead to lighter steps, fewer joint aches, easier mornings. You're not powerless in this. Every bite is a decision. And each decision is a step forward toward a stronger version of you. Let's wrap this up with a message that matters. Aging isn't always easy. There are days when your knees feel stiff, your legs feel heavy, and getting up from a chair feels like a challenge. You might catch yourself wondering, why is everything just harder than it used to be? But here's the thing, you're not alone, and more importantly, you're not stuck. Small choices can lead to big shifts. You don't need to follow extreme diets. You don't need to cut out all the foods you love. You just need to pay attention. Because the truth is, what used to work for your body at 30 doesn't always work at 60, 70, or beyond. Your metabolism, joints, and circulation have different needs now. The fruits we've talked about: pineapple, bananas, grapes, watermelon, oranges, green apples, and mangoes, aren't bad. They're just not always the best match for you at this stage of life. The good news: you now know what to watch for. You've got the insight. You've got the tools, and that's powerful, a simple first step. So here's what I encourage you to do: start with one small change. Look at your fruit bowl or your grocery list and ask yourself, is this helping my body feel better? Or quietly working against me? Try swapping one fruit that may be causing joint stiffness or leg heaviness for one that supports your strength and mobility. For example, replace bananas with a small bowl of raspberries, skip the morning orange juice and have pear slices with almond butter. Trade grapes for a handful of cherries or blueberries. Then, just notice how your body feels over the next few days. Do your knees feel looser? Do your legs feel less tired? Does climbing stairs feel a little easier? If so, you're on the right track. You're in control. Every choice you make is a vote for your future strength. You don't have to settle for slow mornings, aching legs, or stiff joints. This is about progress, not perfection. No one's saying you can never enjoy pineapple again or never eat another mango, but now, you know when to enjoy it, and how much is too much. By listening to your body, paying attention to what works for you, and being willing to try something new, you're giving yourself the best shot at a life filled with energy, mobility, and freedom. Let's keep the conversation going. Now I want to hear from you. What's one fruit you're thinking about cutting back on after hearing this? Or better yet, what's one swap you're excited to try this week? Drop it in the comments below. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Click the like button, share this with a friend or family member who could benefit, and if you're new here, subscribe for more simple, senior-focused health tips that really make a difference. This community is all about empowering you, step by step, to take back control of your health, and your voice matters here, so if you're ready to make one small shift, go ahead and type, "I'm ready." If you're still thinking it over, just type, "Still learning." Both are welcome here. You're stronger than you think. Let's close with this. Your body may be changing, but you're still in the driver's seat. You've got wisdom, you've got experience, and now, you've got better information to support your journey. There's nothing wrong with needing a little help, a little knowledge, or a little nudge. What matters is that you're still showing up, still trying, and still taking one step at a time. So keep learning, keep adjusting, keep choosing what's best for you, because every smart choice you make, every better bite, every mindful decision, adds up to a future where your legs are stronger, your joints feel better, and your life stays full of motion and possibility. You've got this. Thanks for being here. Until next time, stay active, stay curious, and keep walking toward your best health. See you in the next video.